All right, let's get straight to it. If you've been thinking of AI at work as something on the horizon, something that's still a few years out, well, you might want to sit down for this. The AI transformation isn't coming anymore. It's already here.
And I'm not just saying that. A brand new report from Microsoft and LinkedIn just dropped this bombshell. 75%. I mean, think about that. 3 out of every 4 people sitting at a desk are already using AI. This isn't some slow, gradual shift. It's a full-on tidal wave that's already hit the shore.
So, okay, employees are diving in head first. But that leads us to the real multi-billion-dollar question, the one that kind of defines this whole moment. Are the companies we work for even remotely ready for this?
And the answer to that? Well, it reveals what this report is calling the Great AI Disconnect. It's this massive, growing gap between what employees are doing on the ground and what leaders are even planning for up in the C-suite.
So let's break this down, because it's fascinating. On one side, you have your employees. 68% of them say they're totally swamped, struggling with the pace and volume of work. So what are they doing? They're grabbing AI like it's a life raft. But on the other side, you've got leadership. They feel all this pressure to do something about AI, but 59% admit they don't have a plan, and frankly are worried they can't even figure out how to measure the payoff. So employees see AI as relief, while leaders are just seeing risk.
And because companies are moving at a snail's pace, employees are not waiting around for permission. The result is that a staggering 78% of people who use AI are just bringing their own tools to work. It's given rise to this whole new trend, BYOI, or Bring Your Own AI. Remember when people first started bringing their own personal laptops to the office? It's like that, but on steroids, with way more powerful software.
And look, don't make the mistake of thinking this is just some Gen Z thing. Yeah, they're leading the charge at 85%, but the numbers are incredibly high for everyone. Millennials, Gen X, even boomers are right there with them. This isn't a generational fad. It's a workforce-wide cry for help. But all this secret, underground AI use, it has a pretty serious dark side. Over half of these folks are actually hesitant to admit they're using AI for their important work, mostly because they're afraid it'll make them seem replaceable. This secrecy is a huge problem. It means companies aren't getting the strategic benefits, and worse, it's creating massive security holes when employees are plugging sensitive company data into tools that haven't been vetted. It's like leaving the front door wide open.
So this disconnect isn't just some abstract corporate issue. No, it is fundamentally changing the job market as we speak. The stakes are getting incredibly high for every single one of us because AI skills are quickly becoming the new absolute must-have for a career.
Okay, brace yourself for this one. 2/3 of leaders, that's 66%, are now saying they flat out would not hire someone if they don't have AI skills. It's not a nice to have anymore. It's the price of admission.
And if that wasn't intense enough, get this. 71% of leaders would actually rather hire someone with less experience who has AI skills over a more experienced person who doesn't. Just let that sink in. Your AI know-how can now literally outweigh years of traditional on-the-job experience.
And for anyone just starting out, this is a total game changer. 77% of leaders believe that since AI can automate so much of the routine, boring stuff, they can give junior employees bigger, more meaningful responsibilities way earlier in their careers. AI is basically becoming a career rocket ship. The report sums it all up with this perfect quote. For many employees, AI will raise the bar but break the career ceiling. What that means is, yeah, the baseline of what's expected of you is going up, but at the same time, the old limits on how far and how fast you can grow are completely shattering.
Okay, so the pressure is on. We get it. But what do you actually do about it? How do you thrive in this new world? Well, the report gives us a fantastic blueprint by introducing us to a new kind of professional, the AI power user.
So what is a power user? You know, it's not some tech genius or a person who knows how to code. The definition is actually really simple. It's just someone who uses AI a few times a week and, this is the key part, saves more than 30 minutes every single day because of it.
And how do you become one? It all comes down to habits, not genius. Power users are constantly experimenting. Before they start any task, they just take a second to ask themselves, hey, could AI help me with this? They don't just use the same 2 prompts over and over.
They're always looking up new ways to ask for things. And finally, they don't give up. If the first answer stinks, they tweak their prompt and try again. It's a mindset, not a skill set.
And the payoff for adopting this mindset? Oh, it is massive. It's not just about saving a little time. Over 90% of power users say AI makes them more creative and helps them focus on the work that actually matters. And here's the real kicker for me. 91% say it actually makes them enjoy their job more. This is about transforming your entire workday for the better.
So we've seen the big problem, that disconnect, and we've seen the solution for individuals, which is to become a power user. So how do we bridge that gap for real? How can leaders take all this grassroots energy and turn it into actual, measurable results?
For any leaders tuning in, the report offers a super clear 3-step playbook. First off, don't just buy AI for the sake of it. Find a specific business problem, a real pain point, and then figure out how AI can solve it. Second, it's got to come from both directions. You need the CEO to champion it, but you also have to empower your people on the ground to find new uses. And third, training is critical, but not those generic one-size-fits-all workshops. Give people training that's tailored for their specific jobs.
The report wraps all this up with a line that should really give everyone a jolt. From the C-suite to the newest hire, in this moment, fortune favors the bold. The time for just messing around and dipping your toes in the water, that window is closing fast. Now's the time to be decisive.
And that really brings us to one last simple question. The AI transformation at work is not a what if anymore. It's a what now. So the only choice left for each of us is this. Are you going to be a spectator watching from the sidelines? Or are you going to become a power user and start shaping your own future? That's all for this explainer.